What's up, guys? This is Alexander King, and I mean, there isn't much that I can say, guys. It's like if you watched my reaction to Lost by Linkin Park, you guys know how I feel about that band. I explained like what's my emotional connection to that band. So of course we don't have Linkin Park anymore. We still have Mike Shinoda, that has just released a brand new song. It's called "In My Head." I'm very curious. Of course, I don't expect going into this the same style as Linkin Park, because that's not the point. Mike, as a solo artist, has his own influences, which makes sense. I will talk about that a bit later on in the analysis and why I think that it makes sense for him to explore something different, but I don't want to bore you too much already. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. Mike Shinoda featuring Kylie Morg, which I don't know who is, to be honest. The song is called "In My Head." Let's go. Whoa.
Let it begin. Push it away, but it's pulling me in. Trying to pretend
Oh,
I'm not aware
wow.
when I do it again. I know the signs. I see the pattern in front of my eyes. Something inside me.
That bass is so dirty.
I can't stop it when it starts. Trying not to fall apart. Building up until it all.
He's catchy as hell already, guys. Ah, nice. Fantastic production. The layering of the vocals especially. The bouncing delay.
I've been the one putting gas in the lights. I can't stop it when it starts. Trying not to fall apart. Building up until it all.
This is the third vocal harmony. It works perfect.
I can feel it getting closer. Breathing heavy on my shoulder.
Even the drum beat, it's so catchy. Nice. Works so well with the space in the mix. I love this. And again, that bass is so low. It's low but crisp. Guys, I love this. It's a great song. Of course, it's a very pop song, but it's kind of like that dark pop, which it's what I really like when it comes to pop music. Like, that's my spot. It's like some songs, for example, by Halsey. If that's the way you pronounce that, I never thought of it. But you know, when pop music meets dark electronic, I think that the combination really it can go to very interesting places. Because you can make something that's extremely catchy and something that people will listen to and gravitate towards too, while using sounds that are a bit dark. I want to say that The Weeknd, for example, brought those sounds to the mainstream because they were already there, of course, but he really popularized that. It's like that pop music with an edge, as I was saying, that I think that a lot of people really gravitate to. I don't think that it's just a trend, also, which it's important for, at least for someone that's involved in the music industry. I'm a producer. Besides being a musician, of course, I'm also a producer, and I have my own small record label, so you know, you also have to scout for new artists and stuff like that, and you have to kind of be aware of what goes on and the trends, and you have to try to be good at recognizing if something is just you know, something that's gonna last 2 months, 3 months, or something that's actually something that people connect with on a deeper level. I think that that's the sound that we're talking about in this case. The production is fantastic. Besides the low sound of the synthesizers right off the bat, and like the bass synthesizer, oh my god, it was so dirty. It really reminds me of Ghost, but if they actually made an extra step towards pop music. So, you know, a bit less guitars, a bit more hip-hop influences thrown in there, which of course they haven't done, but Ghost, in terms of melodies and in a way also arrangement and harmonies, I found some similarities in there. I love Ghost, by the way, in case you were wondering, and if it wasn't obvious enough. So I really enjoyed this. It wasn't necessarily what I was expecting, because when I go and approach a new Mike Shinoda song, I usually always expect something a bit more in the realm of hip-hop. Also, I would be lying if I said that I listen to his solo records over and over again. I don't. I usually listen to them when they're out, but maybe there are a few songs that you know, they make it into my playlist and stuff like that, but I'm not as much of a fan of his solo work as I am of Linkin Park. Nothing to take away from the guy, of course. He's a very talented individual, and you don't need me to tell you that. It's just taste-wise, when it comes to the genre, I just gravitate much more towards Linkin Park, besides the emotional connection that I have with their music. But this song, it's great. Like, this is for sure gonna end up in my playlist, and I'm gonna listen to this. I don't know if he has a new record coming up as well. If you know, guys, please let me know in the comments, because I'd be very curious to check that out. If he fully embraces this direction, I think that there is a lot of potential, because he's always been very good at writing catchy melodies and catchy hooks. He's a very good rapper. He has a very unique way of delivering his rhymes, which I always found very fascinating, because it's, as someone that is not that much into hip-hop, more of a casual listener of hip-hop, I would describe myself. Finding someone that has a very original way of delivering it, it's, you know, it stands out of the crowd of artists. So guys, again, I'm very curious to hear what he has coming up. I hope he has a record coming up, also because, you know, it also makes me happy to see him back into music and releasing music. I know that he already did after Chester died, but it's always good. I think that it's always good. Anyway, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I do have 2 songs coming out in the next 2 months. I will leave all the links down below. As always, you can pre-save them on Spotify, all that stuff, social media, aka Alexander King on Instagram, TikTok, blah blah blah. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. I think that there is a lot of different content coming your way in the next few months. Very enjoyable though. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun, so if you want to stick around, or if you're just curious to hear my own material. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Say hi in the comments, and I'll catch you at the next one. Bye.